What's up, you guys? Alright, we're in Victorville, California right now on the north end of town. As you might see, I have a couple riders on the truck with me. And over there in the passenger seat would be my son Bradley. And sitting back there in the back will be my other son Christian. They are going to be staying with us at our place for basically for the summer. And of course, I got a load that delivers right down the street from my house, right around the same, the same customer I park in front of a lot of times when I'm home. This will be Americold in Victorville. Let's see. Now, there are a couple of good routes into there. One of them I don't normally recommend taking during certain times of day, though. Like right now, I am not going to take that way. The first route you're going to be highly inclined to want to take because it is the shorter distance of the two. However, there is a difficult right turn that you have to make if you go that way, and if there's going to be much for traffic at all, I'll avoid it as much as I can. I'd rather take the longer route that is much more truck friendly than that route, unless it's at night. For example, like when traffic conditions are much lighter. So that exit, the first route that I'm talking about that you might want to avoid is the one that's coming right up here, Highway 18 eastbound at D Street to Apple Valley. If your GPS tells you to go that way and it's daytime, say fuck your GPS, I'm not going that way. You can go that way, like I said, but it's not a very truck friendly route. Well, I mean it is, but it's just that right turn that's a big concern. And then they are extending the extending Green Tree Boulevard across to the other side of Hesperia Road, so they're still in work on it. There's construction in that area. So this exit right here that I'm getting ready to pass by is the one that your GPS is going to probably tell you to take, and I'm going to recommend as a local area expert, don't do it. Alright, so the exit I'm going to take instead will be the Nisqualli Road and the Mesa Road exit, which is exit 148, just a few miles away. Got a couple of things that I want to talk about. Yeah, this guy is still on the road. So we saw this guy picking up this trailer, this bobtail. It wasn't in Arizona, was it? Yes. It was in Arizona, wasn't it? Over in, wasn't it in, I can't remember, it was over by Seligman, or might have been further, like over toward, in between Kimin and Yucca or something. I don't even remember. I could have sworn I was the same wrecker and bobtail, though. Okay, so a couple of things I want to discuss here. One, you have a duty as a driver, especially a professional driver, to do whatever you can to mitigate traffic conflicts. Traffic conflicts would be where you have a risk of hooking up with another driver. Doesn't matter if it's a four-wheeler or an 18, whatever. But if you have the opportunity to mitigate a traffic conflict, then it's your responsibility to do so. If you have an accident, you get caught up with someone because they did something wrong, and you knew that there was a traffic conflict there before it actually occurred, and you had an opportunity to do something to mitigate that risk, then you're no better than the other person who's the at-fault driver as far as contributing to safety on the road. So like this guy here, there's a car gaining on me. They're slowing down anyway. Now they have plenty of room in front of me. They could have sped up into that space in front of me. They're choosing to drop back in line behind me. But I'm going to show you a couple of situations I came up with just within the last half hour. First one was actually in Barstow. And I had another one that was just on this side of Barstow. First one, I wanted to move over for a truck that was getting onto I-15 from Highway 58. And there was a car in the lane next to me. This is starting to get a little messy. On the map, it looks like it should be good up to my exit, but it does look like it's going to slow down right after my exit, though. So I'm going to stay on here on the road. I am down to 19 minutes left on my 8-hour clock, so I don't want to spend too much time sitting here. At least if it comes down to something, I can change myself to personal convey the last couple miles if it comes down to it, but I'll try to avoid that. So anyway, I'm going to show you the footage there. The first one was me dealing with the truck coming on to 15 from Highway 58. And there's a guy in a car in the lane next to me. They had an opportunity to speed up, move over, back off, whatever, give me a chance to move over. I wasn't wanting to move over just for any stupid reason. I was trying to move over to mitigate a conflict. But this guy ended up deciding that his phone was more important than paying attention and giving me an opportunity to do something. So I just had no choice but to sit there and just ride it through and make the guy getting on from 58 yield to me. And I had another one where we were coming at the end of the truck climbing lane right past Outlet Center Drive. Just south of Outlet Center Drive, which is the first exit after you get past Barstow. There was a truck in front of me, and he was in the next lane over to the left of the truck lane, following another truck. It's a truck in the truck climbing lane that his lane was getting ready to end, and he was going to need to move over, but the truck that was beside him didn't want to move over, even though the lane to the left was wide open. He didn't make any effort to create space between him and the truck in front of him, or move left or whatever. So, and you'll see that that was not a good situation there. I mean, nobody got hurt, no damage or anything like that, but still, you don't take those chances. Now, right here, the Mesa Road and Nisqualli Road is where we're getting off. Alright, we got 2 left turn lanes here. I'm going to tell you again, as a local expert, use the inner lane. You're going to have to make a left turn immediately after you get onto, this is Americold Road that this off-ramp's going to outlet onto. Now this guy with the rental trailer, I can tell he's not from here, because he's using the outer lane. And I know he's going to be making the left turn that I'm going to be making, so this lane is wide enough where he can go ahead and make this left without encroaching on the adjacent turn lane. And just like I said here, this other truck is indeed making this left turn. And that's how I can tell that he's not from here, because he's not familiar with how wide those 2 left turn lanes are. You can tell those of us who live in the local area, because anybody who's local here always tends to use that inner left lane. It does kind of defy the rules of trucking, or the unwritten rules, or whatever you want to call it, of trucking, where you always stay in the outermost turn lane. But you can use the inner one in certain situations where, let's say, if you can do so without encroaching on the adjacent lane. Like that one, that left turn right there. That's one of the cases where you can go ahead and use the inner lane. Same with right turns. You can use the inner right turn lane if you can do so without encroaching on the adjacent turn lane. But if you use the inner turn lane where there's 2 right turn lanes, and you encroach on someone else's lane and they run into you, even if it's avoidable, you're going to be the at-fault driver, and I guarantee you the cop who shows up is going to be giving you the ticket for encroaching on the other person's lane. So I don't care what any of you guys might have been taught at some point in time in your previous CDL training, don't do it. Remember, you're the at-fault driver if you encroach on the other driver's lane. You don't automatically have rights to somebody else's lane until they yield it to you, or until they vacate it first. Alright, this guy is getting back on northbound. Interesting. Now I'm wondering what he's up to, because if he got off the southbound side and getting back on northbound, might have missed his exit or something. Interesting. Alright, so Bradley, Christian, how you guys liking the ride over here?
Good. It was good.
Yeah, fun?
Yes.
Yeah, we put in some miles yesterday, didn't we?
Yep.
Well, not a shitload, but yeah, we put in about 650 miles yesterday from Sayre, Oklahoma to
Victorville.
Holbrook, Arizona. Yeah, it was actually, I think, like 645, but with like stops and stuff, it came out to 650-ish. And today we are doing, we did Holbrook, Arizona to here, non-stop. We did stop in Kingman for reefer fuel and a break. It'll be a quick little restroom and drink break, and then we had another little restroom break at the rest area over by Essex, California, or Fenner, California, whatever. Westbound side of I-40 at exit 106, or mile marker 106 you want to call it. Man, that place had like one of the worst looking bathrooms I've ever been in. You guys agree?
Yes.
So you got two urinals, one adult size, one little people size, and no partition between the two. So, and then of course you got the sinks right there to the left of the full size urinal. No partition there, and so if you're a modest kind of person and don't want to have be looking at genitals, whatever, on people, yeah, it's kind of hard not to there. And then there are two stalls there, and the stall I used was in bad shape. I had trouble flushing. I think it was just nasty. Not many other places I've seen that are worse than that. It definitely gives me a motive to not use that place ever again, if I can avoid it. Alright, anyway, we're going east on Nisqualli Road at the moment, and when we get past the very last traffic light up here, which will be Hesperia Road, you're going to see a Chevron station up ahead on the left, also a Farmer Boys restaurant, and an Arco gas station. And on the far right side, they are actually in the middle of building a Shell gas. I think it was a Shell. They just started building that, they just broke ground on it maybe a couple of weeks ago, something like that. What is up with this guy? Like, get your trailer in your own damn lane. Why do you have it in my lane? Oh, I don't pay attention, that's why.
That's funny.
Come on, Mike, country. Go. That country. That lane.
I think they're a little bit anxious to get home.
Yeah, he might cut off.
Alright, when I get over here past 3rd Street, the next two lights are 3rd and 1st. Usually in between 3rd and 1st is when I start working my way over to the lane that he's in right now. This truck in front of me is in. It's kind of looking like this car right back there knows that I'm going to need over, and they're trying to give me space, so I'm going to go ahead and take it now. Yeah, you can never tell that they're local. Because I do the same thing. I know that other trucks coming down here are highly likely to need this lane to go straight ahead when we get past Hesperia Road, and when you get there to Hesperia Road intersection, you have to be in this lane to go straight. You're going to end up with two left turn lanes and two right turn lanes on either side of you. And there's only the one straight lane, and it's this lane that becomes the straight lane. Alright, on another note, I don't know if I'm going to even be delivering this just yet. I already got asked by our swap guy about swapping loads in between. When I was in between Ludlow and Barstow on I-40, our swap guy asked if I'd mind doing a swap for a load that delivers tomorrow morning at Milpitas, which is in the Bay Area, about halfway between San Jose and Fremont. And delivers at 10 a.m. But I'm like, for one problem, I was already past Ludlow when I found out about it. I was already a good 15, 20 miles west of Ludlow and about 30 miles east of Barstow by the time I got the word about it. And then I also told them, well, I got these guys on the truck and I need to get them dropped off at the very least. So said no matter what, I at least got to get back to the house and get them dropped off. And after that, I'm willing to entertain repowers. But he did ask if I'd be willing to backtrack to Barstow. Like he'd pay me the miles to backtrack to Barstow to meet up with the guy, the other driver in Barstow instead, and run it across from there. But it was going to be just over 400 miles. And the earliest I'd be able to leave here would be around midnight. And in California with California speeds, and running late at night like that. Okay, this guy is at risk of getting a ticket because they do have temporary no parking signs here because of the construction on the Shell station. So right here normally is where I like to park, but with the Shell station being built and the fencing there and the temporary no parking signs, I am not going to be there. Actually, I tend to like to park right here in front of Americold, the same place I'll be delivered to, if I even do deliver it. Now, right up here, I'll just park right in front of the... Oh, this is going to be an easy one. There's nobody even over here. So from here, I can just... when it's time to deliver, if it's me delivering it, I can literally just creep right into their driveway right in front of me. So I got this this fire hydrant right here. Right on the other side of the fire hydrant, this driveway right here is the truck entrance to Americold. And this is actually my customer right here. This also happens to be where I park when I'm home. How convenient, right? Alright, so what did we knock out today? 488 miles total today. Not bad. Didn't even take a 30-minute break. And 6 minutes left on my 8-hour clock. I was right. That's cutting it close. What's up?
I got your input.
Okay. All right. Well, I got to change the clothes I'm gonna get too, but we'll take care of that in a minute. So don't worry. I'll get that. Okay. So. I don't know if I'll deliver this myself. We'll just press on with this. Go down to the guard shack on the next clip here. If I do deliver it myself, if I do something else, I'll, I don't know, maybe do a different, where I'm swapping with somebody footage or something. So whatever comes up after you watch this part, that's what's going on. All right. So, all right. Well. We're going to go head over to the house and, get some grub, maybe even go watch a movie or something and kick back. And we'll see how things go, and we'll give you guys an update as soon as we can. Alright guys, we're ready to dock in here. I'm already checked in. I need to slide my tandems to the rear first before I come in. There we go. I finally got an idea where my, I got a leak somewhere and I finally got an idea where it's at. Okay, so we're going to be docking into door 22. Usual routine here is slide your tandems all the way back. Remove your lock off your trailer door, but leave it sealed. Leave the doors closed and all that. Just back into the door with the doors sealed. And right over here where the extension is on this side of it is where the receiving office is. 22 should be on the other side. Yeah. Last door over here is 12. So this will be a real quick and easy docking. There's a decent amount of room here. I wouldn't say a ton of room, but there's definitely a decent amount. Not difficult at all to get docked in here, in my opinion. Okay, probably gonna end up being over by this red Freightliner. Yeah, that's exactly it. The Sea of England containers, and yeah, the 22 is right next to that Freightliner. So, you know, 2 spots past is my door. Cut across to here. Parallel with the lane. Now we'll come right back. Getting kind of wide. Not too bad, but it's definitely on the wide side. It's alright, there's room. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop early. My tandems are right where I want them to be. I don't want them to go any further than they already are. So come back this other way. And I'll try to get my drive tires lined up before I need them to be. Oh yeah, that looks really good right there. Might be a little bit off. Let's see. Probably go for a little bit further to the driver's side. Looks like we're good though. I'm ricocheting. Alright, real simple and easy here. Just dock in. Now, the light's going to turn red and they're going to start unloading me. And then when the light turns green again, then I'll be done. And then as soon as the light turns green again, I can pull right away from the door and go check back out. Alright? Alright, guys, we are all done here. Already done pre-tripping and all that. I'm just going to go ahead and pull away from the door here and double check that I'm empty. Alright, I'm going to get out of here in a second. Alright, we're confirmed empty, but now I need to slide my tandems back up, but I didn't pull quite far enough away from the door to be sure I can give myself the space I need. Alright, now let's... Alright, let's get these slid. right now and get my tool out. Okay, I'm gonna send my my empty call and we'll get out of here. Okay, let's roll. All right, so I'm gonna be heading out here a different direction than I normally would, given where where my next load is going, or where I'm picking up my next load from. I mean. Let's get to the guard shack here and we'll talk about that. I will say, JM, I know you had a couple other questions that you asked in a recent video related to JCT. I will go ahead and address those in my next pickup video, which will be right after this one. We got here a couple of independents, or no, first one isn't, but no. That might be. I think she said I could go ahead and just leave or something, but earlier. But no, we're good.
I've only, in 10 years or so I've been here, I've only seen the town do anything once. They came on, they were slapping stuff all over trailers.
Really? I've never seen them give tickets here.
Neither did I until this, what was it? About 2 months ago? I saw 2 of them. One went this way, one over that way. They went this way. I don't know if it was tickets or not, but something on the side of the trailers.
Interesting.
So,
Keep an eye on that.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been here for 10 years, I've only seen it once.
Cause I come home and do 10-hour breaks a lot, and you'll see me parked right there even when I'm not delivering here.
Oh, I see. You've been there since after Friday night, haven't you? Or
Yeah,
tonight?
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon.
I started here and in here, I don't know what day it was.
Yeah, I'm hard to miss because I'm one of the only Peterbilts that JCT has, and yeah, I live right here off Ottawa, so I literally actually walk to my house sometimes.
On your last week.
Last week, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's in fact.
Because actually, when we parked, I thought you were coming down last night. I thought I had one, but then I looked at my schedule and was like, no, I don't have time this year.
Yeah, probably off. Usually there's like two or three of us here.
I've been getting a lot of CP competitions.
The contractors?
For Mark.
Oh, yeah.
We get a lot of those.
Yeah, the last few times I've been here, there's been like 2 or 3 of us here, so it kind of threw me off. I'm the only one here.
Yeah. I think you were the only one on my schedule. We got a light night tonight. Light night tonight.
Huh.
So, hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah. All right, you have a good night. We'll see you next time. Alright guys, we are ready to roll here. Okay, I will be deadheading right now to the Prino Foods on Lemoore, California for my next load. It'll be a cheese load, more than likely. Not guaranteed to be a cheese load, but more than likely to be one. Nice job of coming into here, dude. You can leave me some room so I can get my tandems through here without hitting shit. trying to avoid smacking my tires on the curb there. Kind of a douche move there. No, I'm not really being a douche, but not a very skilled driver apparently. Okay, so normally if we're going to Leprino, I would be turning right out of here, coming down to Ottawa Street, and take Ottawa over to Hesperia Road, and then Hesperia Road I would take northbound until it dead ends into D Street. Then normally I would take D Street over to Air Expressway over on the north end of Victorville, right over by where George Air Force Base used to be and what is now Southern Cal Logistics Airport. And I worked my way over to Highway 395 from there. But I'm going this way instead because I will be washing out my trailer at the Little Sisters truck wash over here in Hesperia first. And I'm going to go ahead and stop. I might just go ahead and stop at the Pilot right there since I'll be right there anyway. I'm going to need reefer fuel. Probably, yeah, I'm going to need tractor fuel as well. So, but I don't know if I'll get fuel there or somewhere else. There is a truck stop at the corner of 395 and Air Expressway that I got fuel from last time. It's not a bad price, well, for California. And don't mind that Chevron station price that you just saw right there, if you did see it. This Chevron station here has, I think, the highest price in town. You look across the street over here at the Arco station, it is $6.29 for premium unleaded. That's what I put in my Camaro. And this Chevron station here, right to my right, is $6.87. So it's a, more than almost a 60-cent difference just across the street. Be interesting to see what'll happen here when this the Shell station gets put in. That they're building right across the street from me now. Alright, so from here to Little Sisters, just gonna go stay here on Nisqualli Road. I'm not gonna keep the video going all the way to the freeway, but go all the way across. Once you get on the other side of I-15, make a right turn onto Americold Road. If you go back to the beginning of this video here, you'll see the exit that I used also being that same exit, and the on-ramp is right next to the off-ramp. So you might naturally think you need to make a left turn or something, but no. You want to make a right turn onto Americold, and then a right turn at the light where the off-ramp and on-ramp are at to get on 15 southbound. And from there, it's you go 2 or 3 exits south, either the Main Street exit or the Joshua Street / 395 exit. I personally tend to use Main Street when I'm going to Little Sisters. And that's what I will be doing tonight, but I won't be showing that part of it. In the interest of keeping the video reasonably short, we'll end the video pretty soon here. I will say though, JM on your questions. Again, so I don't have this video too long, and I actually have something worth talking about before I show up at my next shipper. We'll go ahead and address your questions on the first part of that video, okay? So, keep an eye out for that. I'll probably even send you a link to that video once it's posted if I remember to, just in case you aren't aware of that. And, alright, for all of you guys though, we'll see you all in Lemoore, alright? You all have a great night, and we'll see you in Lemoore. Thanks.